Imagine walking through America's biggest airports and hearing nothing but silence. No long lines at security, no tourists snapping photos, no rumbling luggage wheels, just empty terminals and deserted gates. It's not science fiction, it's real and it's happening now. In just 1 year, 10 major airlines have either pulled out of the US or slashed their flights dramatically. Tourism is collapsing, and America's once busy airports are becoming ghost towns. Why is this happening? And what does it really mean for the US economy and global reputation? Stay with us because the reasons behind this exodus are far more shocking than you think. The peak tourist season used to mean chaos at America's airports. Long lines, crowded customs areas, the usual travel headaches, but now, the chaos is gone. Major hubs like Los Angeles International, JFK in New York, and Chicago O'Hare have reported a jaw-dropping 35% drop in international passengers within a single year. And it's not just a temporary slump. Since July of last year, 10 international airlines have exited the US market entirely. Quietly, without fanfare or press releases, they've simply vanished from American skies. It's as if America has been erased from the global travel map. How did the country that once defined tourism and adventure become the place travelers avoid? Let's start with the airline that stunned Europe, Play Airlines. You might remember them for their incredible $99 flights from Iceland to cities like Boston and New York. They were a favorite for young travelers eager to cross the Atlantic without breaking the bank. But today, Play Airlines has wiped all US flights from its schedule. No announcements, no farewell messages, just gone. In March 2025, they became the first major airline this year to completely abandon the US. The impact, a staggering 60% drop in tourists from Northern Europe to America in less than 12 months. Many blame the economy, but insiders know it runs deeper. Trust has crumbled. Safety feels like a gamble. A recent survey revealed that 71% of travelers from Northern Europe now pick destinations like Canada or Japan instead of the US. The reasons? Soaring travel costs, social unrest, and alarming lack of healthcare safety nets. Once seen as a land of freedom, America now feels risky, expensive, and most devastating of all unwelcoming. If even Iceland has turned its back, what about America's closest neighbor? Shockingly, Canadians are walking away too. In 2025, Air Canada and WestJet slashed their US flights by over 40%. This isn't just some scheduling tweak, it's a deliberate, long-term retreat. For decades, Canadians flocked south for shopping sprees, family trips, or warm winters in Florida and California. The snowbird phenomenon was as American as apple pie. Not anymore. Tour bookings from Canada to the US have plunged by 53%, while domestic trips within Canada are booming. The reasons are hard to ignore. Rampant homelessness in tourist areas, sky-high hotel costs, and hidden fees, a pervasive sense of danger. For the price of a noisy hotel room in downtown Los Angeles, many Canadians now opt for peaceful resorts in Nova Scotia or British Columbia. Surveys show nearly 70% of older Canadians now view America as an unsafe vacation spot. They aren't visiting less because they've become poor, they simply no longer feel safe bringing their families here. And when even friendly neighbors quietly stop knocking, it's clear something is deeply broken. The cracks in US tourism aren't stopping at Canada's border. Across the Atlantic, two of Europe's most respected airlines, Lufthansa and Air France, are cutting back too. For the first time since World War II, these airlines are shifting their focus away from America. Routes that once symbolized transatlantic prestige are now being quietly downgraded or canceled altogether. Starting this year, Lufthansa and Air France reduced their US flights by 30% to 45%. Major cities like Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, and Miami are seeing cuts. Meanwhile, flights to Asian cities like Tokyo, Seoul, and Delhi have doubled. Why the shift? It comes down to economics and fear. America now faces unstable currency swings, higher operating costs than anywhere else, rising airport taxes, and aggressive federal regulations. By contrast, Asia offers booming middle-class markets, stable growth, and friendlier policies toward airlines. For the first time in modern history, Europe is betting on Asia over America. A senior Air France pilot summed it up. "I once dreamed of flying to New York. Now, I feel safer flying to Tokyo or Seoul." Across the Pacific, the story repeats. Australian airline Jetstar, famous for affordable flights, has now completely pulled out of the US. Their once iconic Sydney to Los Angeles route, once a symbol of east-west connections, is gone. The drop in Australian visitors to the US, a staggering 67% in just 18 months. Jetstar's reasons are chilling. 38% increase in US airport landing fees, visa delays, and border hassles. Reports of elderly travelers facing humiliating treatment at US customs. Fear of sky-high medical bills in case of emergencies. One elderly couple recalled being being interrogated for 2 hours upon landing in Los Angeles. Their dream trip to the Grand Canyon ended in tears and a vow never to return. Australia isn't leaving noisily, it's simply walking away. If you think this crisis only affects foreign airlines, think again. Even America's own carriers are giving up on their own people. JetBlue, once praised as the airline for everyone, has axed flights to 15 U.S. airports this year. Residents in places like Maine and Idaho now drive 4 to 6 hours just to catch a flight. Why? Soaring fuel costs, staff shortages, and rising airport violence. Small airports are fading fast. 38% have cut their flights by half or more. A retired JetBlue pilot lamented, "I used to land in small towns where locals would cheer. Now, those flights are gone. It feels like the heart of America is vanishing." United Airlines, the symbol of national connectivity, has made it clear. Profits come first, small towns come last. This year alone, United axed over 1,200 flights per month, cutting off cities in Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, and the Dakotas. Some of these routes had existed for 50 years. Now, they're gone overnight. Springfield, Illinois, the hometown of Abraham Lincoln, lost all United flights in 2025. United's reason: staff shortages and high costs. But in truth, it's a strategic retreat, leaving smaller cities disconnected while focusing resources on megacities like New York and Los Angeles. This isn't just about missed vacations. It's about cutting off access to healthcare, education, and jobs in the heart of America. What about the tiniest airlines, the ones serving remote towns? They're disappearing too. Contour Airlines and Silver Airways lifelines for rural areas have now pulled out of dozens of small towns across the South and Midwest. In June 2025, they shut down flights to 28 cities. No more planes, no more options. For these towns, it's not just an inconvenience, it's a disaster. Many residents now face 6-hour drives just to see a doctor, attend college, or visit loved ones. The American dream of easy travel has become a distant memory for millions. In just a few short years, America has gone from the world's most visited country to an increasingly isolated land. From Iceland to Australia, from Canada to Germany, airlines are walking away. And now, even America's own airlines are abandoning their citizens. What's left behind? Not just empty airports, but broken connections, missed milestones, and communities left to wither. This isn't just a tourism crisis, it's a national reckoning. Have you seen flights vanish from your hometown airport? Are your travel options shrinking? Please share your story in the comments below. Every experience matters. And if this video sparked something inside you, hit subscribe. We'll continue to explore stories others are afraid to tell about America's shifting future and what it means for all of us.